Hi friends! So this is going to be a really quick video just with a few tips on how you can use different reading strategies when reading with your child to help them build print awareness. So if you haven't watched our video yet on print awareness and different activities you can do to build it, I recommend you watch it. It should be above this video in our Learning Literacy playlist. But basically, print awareness is just teaching children how to understand how print and writing and books work, how they function, what are the rules, what does it mean? So that is what we are going to focus our reading strategies on today. So I'm just going to give you basically 3 quick tips on different reading strategies you can incorporate in order to help your child build print awareness skills while you're reading together. So the first one, and maybe a lot of you already do this, is to use your finger or a pointer to trace words and follow along as you read. So I'm using a book as an example for this. So this is called Click Clack Moo, Cows That Type, by Doring Cronin, pictures by Betsy Lewin, and this is included in this video with permission from Simon & Schuster. So I'm going to start and say, click, clack, moo, cows that type. And if you've gotten a bag from Print Awareness from the library, I've included these silly little I can read pointers, and you can use this to follow along. Now, why I picked this book is it has a lot of repeating phrases. So one of the best sort of strategies you can use to incorporate when picking your book out is, if you want to build print awareness skills, it's great to find a book with repeating phrases. So we have our phrase at the bottom of this page. So let's follow along, and what I'm actually going to do on this page is I'm only going to trace along with the repeating phrase. So what's going to happen is we're going to get our child to recognize that we're saying and seeing those words over and over, starting to make that link between what we're hearing and what we're seeing on the page, which is so important for print awareness and learning to read. So it says, Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clackety, clack, moo. At first he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible! Well, click, clack, moo! Click, clack, moo! Clickety, clack, moo! So we're getting that phrase again and again. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. So we go another 2 pages. He's arguing with the cows, and then it says, no milk today, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard the cows busy at work. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. And so last time we heard the clickety, clack, moo, and we saw a letter. So what's making the clickety, clack sounds? Well, each time we see a paper or a typewriter, what sound is that? Is that the sound of the cows typing? Well, yeah, we heard the repetitive phrase, and here's another note. It says the next day he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. The cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed. No milk, no eggs. No eggs, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard them. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. So that's just a really good way to get kids to be involved, to start building those links of print awareness there. And I do recommend this book. It's a fun one. So another great reason to trace the text is, as you see, we're following along with our finger. You can also encourage your child, if they're able, to do that or use a pointer. People love using reading pointers, and obviously this one's just really simple, so a fun one is even more enjoyable. And So you're learning by showing that motion as you read that the text is moving from left to right. We're teaching them, oh, we don't read from that direction. We don't read from that direction. We are reading from left to right because we are showing that motion as we read from the page. Now, another great way to have your child build print awareness skills is to allow them to handle the book while you're reading together. So part of building print awareness is learning how books are used, how they function. So if we want our child to be able to read independently, it's good for them to start building those book handling skills. So you can sort of assist them if they're very new to handling books, but you can have them hold it and you can have them flip the pages. So they're learning again how print functions, which direction do we turn the pages, where is the front cover, all of those handy things that we really need if they're going to be able to read later on. Now, here's one last fun tip I like when building print awareness. If you picked up a Go Pack at Northeast, you should have a little pack of sticky notes. And one thing you can do while going through a book with your child, so let's find a good page for this, is finish reading a page, or before you start a page, ask your child, now what do you see on this page? What do we see in the background? And maybe your child will say, chicken. You say, okay, that is a chicken. You could then ask a follow-up question if you want to engage in dialogic reading, which we'll talk about in another video. But the important thing is once they've identified chicken and you've confirmed it with them, what you should do is take a sticky note and you can put it on the page and write chicken. And then we are going to allow the child to put that sticky note on there. So we are linking the thing we're finding with a word. So that represents chicken. What else do we see on here? What's that? Is it a cow? Let's label it cow. So again, write out the word. If you want to go above and beyond, you could say, oh, it's a cow, C-O-W. And then the child puts the label on the picture. It's a fun way for you to work on vocabulary together while helping them to understand that the print represents the things that they're sticking on the picture. It's also a good way to get children involved in the story. So those are all my 3 quick print awareness reading strategy tips. I hope you learned a little something in this video, and I hope that you incorporate them into the next time you read a book with your child. Thanks, and I'll see you next month for another learning literacy video. Bye, friends.